Cassie.
I'm Michael.
I'm Fisher.
And together we are
Three for the Sea.
This is the first video that I'm posting about a project around the boat. Definitely not the first project that I've done, but wanted to let you guys see what we do just on a day-to-day basis if you're not sailing or traveling. So hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, please hit like. Hope you subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. You can also join us on patreon.com/3forthesea and be a part of our crew. Thanks for your support. Here we are in beautiful Marathon. We're on a mooring ball. We've been hanging out here for a few days, doing a couple boat projects and hanging out waiting for a good weather window. And one of the things that I needed to take care of while we're here is an exhaust hose that had deteriorated at some point and started to leak, and somebody put some rescue tape on it, kind of some temporary emergency fix type stuff. And while we were on our way here, we noticed a little bit of an exhaust smell in the aft cabin, so I figured it was time probably to go ahead and get that taken care of before it failed completely. So here's what we are looking at and where I'm at on this project so you guys can see what we're doing. So I've already got the old hose out, and this is steel banded reinforced like triple layer exhaust hose, and you can see it's probably only about a foot long. This is the rescue tape stuff that was on there, and you can see it's pretty thick. They had a couple layers on there, and it was covering a hole. I think it was right there. I think that was the original tear in this hose. But this stuff's pretty expensive. It's like 25 bucks a foot. Yeah, I went ahead and got 2 feet of replacement pipe. So there's the new section, right? And I'll show you where this came out of and where it's going. This is our aft cabin, which is Fisher's room and a little bit of storage. And this is where all of the mechanical stuff lies. Engine, fuel filters, transmission, prop shaft seal, things like that. And this is the exhaust muffler. And it burbles water and stuff up in there and kind of agitates it around and then pumps it out this hose here and out the stern to the ocean. So that hose goes right here between the exhaust manifold and the muffler, and it's a pretty tight fit for such a large diameter stiff steel reinforced hose, so should be interesting trying to get the new one back in there. But in the process, and boat projects always seem to escalate, I noticed this is the petcock to drain the muffler so that you can work on the exhaust system, and it has some pretty serious corrosion. I've treated it with some Corrosion X, but it doesn't seem to want to turn. Just the whole thing unscrews from the housing when I try to turn it. Even if you hold the base of the petcock and try to turn the screw, the threads are corroded completely out, so it just spins. And whenever you start messing with something that's corroded, usually it just has to be replaced. So I'm going to go get a new petcock or a plug to put in there, and then we don't have to worry about the exhaust leaking anymore, and I'll work on getting this new hose in. So the old hose, whenever you're removing it, doesn't much matter, you can destroy it, and you can see it has a couple of pretty good size steel reinforcement wires in there. The new hose, you can't do that because it has to have nice clean edges and you don't want to damage the structure of it. So what I'm going to do to cut this, instead of a knife and pliers, is a little mini hacksaw here with a steel blade, and we'll measure it off and then we'll cut through everything with the same blade. That way it doesn't tear any of the layers apart as we go through. Alright, here's our new section of hose cut, ready to go in. Let's see if we can squeeze this bad boy down into the hole. This should be the fun part. Okay, that was what it took to get one side on. That was about 15 minutes of me giving it everything I've got to get it on just the manifold side. Now I got to figure out how to get it turned and up and onto the muffler. So I've been trying to get this hose around here, but it's not flexible enough and I don't want to tear it. So the only thing I can think of is I'm going to have to take this muffler box loose and kind of go in from the other way, which also means removing that exhaust line. So we'll see if we can get that done. Okay, so we've got the muffler box disconnected. It's actually just basically a fiberglass box. Nice and easy to deal with. 3 screws, 2 hoses. So now we can get the new hose installed, get the old hose to the exhaust back installed, and we should be done. Alright, muffler box is reinstalled, screwed back down, hoses are on it. So this is going to be really nice to have a new exhaust line that we don't have to worry about. All I got to do is sew the hose clamps on it and then clean up my mess. So, successful project. Alrighty. New hose installed, clean, dry bilge, no problems. One of the first things that was taught to us by the previous owners of the vessel was rule number 1 was keep water out of the boat. And I felt like I did a decent job of that today. We spilled about 2 cups of water. It was easily soaked up with some paper towels. Never had to turn the bilge pump on, never had to bail anything, so that was convenient. I still have to get a new petcock, which fortunately we're in Marathon. There's a Home Depot right around the corner, so I'll ding you over to the city marina, walk up to Home Depot, get a new petcock, a brass fitting, and we'll be good to go. Hope you enjoyed following along for this project, and here's a crab boat.